like to party, party, party all night long. Party, party, we like to party, 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 never go home. Party, party, we like to party, party, party all night long. Party, party, we like to party, 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 never go home.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to episode 84 of the Ball Talk Pod. Here post Super Bowl, post Waste Management Open, post NBA trade deadline. Chris, big week last
Lots
week.
of posts in there. I feel like Shaq.
Hey, maybe we just need to listen to Post Malone today. I'll see myself out.
Send some letters through the post office.
Now they always say congratulations.
When he plays that with the mariachi band, that gives me the chills every time.
Big post guy. Big post
Yeah.
guy. Chris, what do you want to start with? Waste Management, Super Bowl? What do you want to do?
Let's start with the waste management. I think that's kind of what the people want to hear about.
People have been
Want to hear about
dying
our
to
experience. They've been dying to hear Ball Talk's take on the waste management.
What's your number one takeaway from Waste Management, Chris?
Just such a fun environment to be at. We both went, obviously. We talked about it last week. And to go, and you made some pretty good bets. You bet Chris Scott up, like you said, kind of at the beginning of the week. Got on him again, accidentally, and again at the tournament when you were a little toasted. To go and watch a guy from your kind of school, golf is a little different. It's like you like whoever you like, right?
Like we cheer for Scotty who went to UT. You know, it's not
Right. And Max Homa went to UCLA. No,
went to Cal.
Cal. Yeah. And so like, you just kind of cheer for
OSU
whoever.
guys out there.
Yeah, I cheer for the OSU guys. I like Victor. I like Ricky Fowler. But to see an OU guy win it in the fashion he did, where he shot 8 under the first day and then essentially 8 under through the rest of the weekend, was pretty cool. And then on Saturday, the day we went, was the day Scotty was just roasting it and just shooting the shit out of the ball. So, you're mute. I can't hear you.
He goes from tied 89th after day one to one shot back from the playoffs.
Yeah.
Finished T3.
I mean, just crazy.
We saw his first hole. We got there and was on the first green, and
yep, parred it.
we got to see him before the crowd really. Like we were ahead of the
Followed
crowd,
him.
which was nice because not that he's like rivaling Tiger in the crowds that he had, but out of everyone there this weekend, he far and away had the biggest contingent following him around.
I went to a golf tournament in Maryland. Don't remember which one it was, but Tiger was like playing. And so like I sat and watched Tiger play, or I followed him, and there might have been, I don't know, 4,000 people following him.
Oh, it felt like
all
10
the way
in Tulsa.
all the way down.
At
I
the
mean,
PGA, it's crazy that there was enough room for all the people
Right.
following him.
And so you're right. He's not anywhere. And I think with the way, I mean, this kind of shows he might get up to that status. If he starts to win and wins
He wins
maybe
a couple
10
majors this year. Yeah.
People, yeah. So like, what does Scotty have to do to win
He is
what's
the
it called? Slam.
Grand
The
Slam.
Grand Slam.
He is one U.S. Open away.
Okay. That'd be quick.
Yeah. Well, and we can get into this later in the year, but the U.S. Open this year takes place. It falls on Father's Day, which the rumor is that his wife is pregnant again with their second kid. It's
Wrap on
also
a sec,
the
Scotty.
man's birthday is the Sunday.
That Sunday?
Yeah.
They don't write stories better than that.
Yeah.
They don't write
Hallmark
stories
ain't
better
got
than that.
nothing.
I
on
mean,
Scotty
that's gorgeous.
No, he was fun to watch. I mean, our buddy Keegan, he was very popular with all the patrons there. He was making people laugh.
Some great chirps.
His best chirp was this. So at TPC, you finish 9, and then you like go into the concourse and walk across this bridge to get to the 10th tee. And we look up, and all of a sudden it's Scotty because all the wives met us later. And he's walking across, and Keegan just, Scotty, I loved you and Happy Gilmore too. A lot of laughs.
I think he got a smile from Scotty.
Yeah.
So Scotty, I know you're listening. That was our friend Keegan. And if you need someone to write your next role in Happy Gilmore 3, he's the guy. We have the guy. Keegan can write your role.
I mean, like when we got there too, we got to see like Max Homa tee off, and Mackenzie Hughes, Michael Thorpe Jorbson, who ended up leading the tournament at one point on the back 9. He's a rookie. He teed off. We were told that we were going to be on the socials because they like had the guy, like it was like almost like a content creator following around this group, and they like had it zoomed in on Mackenzie Hughes and then immediately over to us, and we're like going nuts after he hits it. And we never saw that video. So
Nope.
still waiting for it to be posted. Not to say that it won't be, but he was like, yeah, just check the socials later. And that never happened.
What's social? It probably wasn't even the PGA Tour. Might have been the PGA Tour. Did we ever check the PGA Tour socials?
No, we have
No.
not seen it. We need like one of those apps to like go through and find anything that our faces are in the internet and pull it up there. But I also
Didn't know that
maybe
was a
don't
thing.
want to. It was in a TV show that I watched. I don't think it's actually real. Faceback, great app. But no, Waste Management was incredible. It was kind of crazy. They didn't start serving alcohol till like 9 a.m., which I guess is
It
kind
was
of
a good
smart.
change. Welcome change.
Beer was only $12, which felt affordable. It was cheaper to get
Yeah.
a beer there than at Paycom Center for a Thunder game,
Yes, that is true.
which was kind of shocking.
Adam Silver's NBA.
Outside of that and having a great time, the craziest thing is like what people decide to wear to this thing, whether that be
Yeah.
guys dressing crazy in outfits, which is a lot of fun, or girls like just not afraid to show whatever they want.
Yeah, that is true. I wasn't looking,
No,
but
our wives were talking about
that's
this.
true. Yes, and they pointed it out a lot. But I heard somebody say on social media that if you are a man and you are making fun of people who dress up for Taylor Swift and go with their friends, wear all these bracelets and do all this, you are a hypocrite if you go to the Waste Management and
Oh, it's like
have
our
matching-
Arrows tour.
yes, have matching t-shirts with your friends, get all the bracelets that you want, go get, go
Merch
get a merch and all that jazz. Like it's Coachella for 20 to 40-year-old men.
Next time we go, I either want to like pay up for a day, maybe go like earlier in the week when it's a little cheaper and try to get on 16, whether that be through GA or a suite.
Whoa.
You know,
I mean, I
when
got
I've
on
made it
16.
big.
I got on 16 in 2020 when we went. 2022, Scotty's first year. And
Scotty's
I think
first
I
win
don't
ever.
first win. And I don't know if I've told this story in here, but I was there for the hole in one. I threw my beer on the green. It was
Everything
an
you could wish.
electrifying moment.
You're not gonna top that.
No.
You can only match it. You cannot top it.
So
It'd have to be like seeing Scotty hitting one.
I'd love to go and have a good time on 16 because it is fun. There's two ways to watch a golf tournament in my mind. And I don't know how you feel about this.
Drunk
I
and
think it's
sober?
pretty similar. No, you can follow a guy, pick a group, and follow them through the 18 holes. That is one fun way to watch a golf tournament.
Especially if you have
Another
a
way-
guy or two that you like are really locked.
Right. If JT was there, which I never asked you, why wasn't JT there? Is he hurt?
He had surgery in the offseason. He got cleared for golf activities actually like today. He posted.
Oh, okay. But so like JT, like you would follow JT.
I followed him in 22 for a long time.
Yeah. Or you can sit on a hole, which we have done, and watch how people play the hole and bet on the hole, like whether they're gonna birdie or bogey or whatever. That's one really fun way to watch a golf tournament too.
Yeah.
So 16 would just be that all day.
Yeah.
And betting 16 as they rolled in, and then yeah, it'd be fun. I
Honestly,
agree.
maybe the most fun day to do it would be the Pro-Am day because you have like celebrities and everybody playing it.
Is that on Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm like mentally trying to figure out other ways to go. And I'm like, my mom likes celebrities. I could talk her into going
Letty?
on.
Yeah, getting a
I take
suite.
my 90-year-old grandmother to the 16th hole at the Waste Management Open.
She would vibe.
She took me golfing growing up. Maybe we have, Scotty Scheffler give her a celeb shot or something. You never know. But no, can't recommend Waste Management enough. If you ever have the opportunity to go, you should. If you've been before, I don't think it's like the kind of thing that it's like, I've been once and I've checked it off and I shouldn't go back.
No,
I
you'd
think
go
it's-
back.
It's the kind of tournament that it's like, no, it's a blast. It's
And
worth going to every year.
Coming from Oklahoma, it was like we had just gotten off this really cold week to go and be in the sun and like 80 degrees
It was pristine
for a weekend.
conditions.
It was awesome. Really, really good. I also saw one of my favorite things. I don't know if this is the first year they've done it or whatever. They came out with the police stats for the tournament. They had like the number, and this isn't like getting arrested for like DUI and stuff like that's not funny.
All
but
talk does not condone this behavior.
we don't, but they came out with all the police stats, and like there was like 4 underage drinking charges, which is kind of funny to me that
You got
there's
caught.
only 4. Yeah, 4 of them got caught. So, but Waste Management, great time. Glad we got to go. Happy birthday, Ben. Shout out Chris Gotterup. Hideki should have won, but I mean, there was some weirdness, right? With like he had to back off twice on 18.
Well, so
and
I've
hit it in the
listened to
water.
a few podcasts about this. So on 18, he had a putt to par the hole, which would have won. And he had a lead most of the tournament. He's won it twice already, so it was kind of like he's going to win.
Back to back.
And on his 18th green, he like went to go putt. And this is like the one tournament where like you can really yell stuff. Like we said, like
But generally, it's located on specific holes and not the
specifically
last group.
driver. Like
Right.
like everyone goes crazy when you hit a putt, but like Matt Fitzpatrick, like we turn around, he's teeing off, he hits it, and once I know that he's done with his swing, I yell bangers and mash.
Yeah,
And I thought that was a good one. I thought it was
Beans
a
on
good one.
toast. Yeah, and
So there's
but-
like this is the one tournament where like that kind of like yelling is like kind of acceptable, but there is
Right.
a fine line, and you toe it more than anywhere else.
Mhm.
And on 18, when he was putting, the one thing that people always yell when you're putting, and you've seen this,
in the hole.
yeah, get in the hole. Well, they yelled it before he hit it.
Oh,
So that's the first instance. He misses the putt. It wasn't like he missed a 3-foot tap in. Like it was
was a
an
tough
impressive putt to make
Yes.
to win. Go back to 18. They play 18 again in the playoff. Goddard just hits a nuke down because he technically had the right to the tee box. He birdied the last hole. Hideki bogeyed it. Goddard hits it in the fairway. He has, I think, 96 yards in, just like a lob wedge at most. Hideki had already gone left. He hit like 2 fairways all day. Like he just was not driving it well, which is one reason why this isn't as big of a deal. But he goes to swing and he brings it back the first time. And when his hands are over his head to start the downswing, a security guard dropped a chair. It
yeah.
was not a heckler. And so, like, honestly, it was pretty athletic that he was like about to like drop his
It
hands
just-
and swing and like was able to stop.
Yeah.
Who said golfers aren't athletes?
Nobody.
But then he stands over it, kind of just snap hooks it into the water, and he
Kinda
gave it a
over
great
from there.
run. He gave it he had a par putt. If Goddard hadn't have drained a 27-foot birdie putt, I mean,
It might have
he had
gone
a
to a
chance
second
to go to
hole.
a second.
It's and it also like just that playoff shows you how important like in sports momentum is because Hideki had only hit 2 fairways for all 18.
It was stupid that he
Bogeyed-
wasn't 4 over through 9.
right. I mean, his scrambling was
He had
so
3 or
impressive.
4 putts longer than 20 feet. Which
I
for those
mean,
that don't
and
know
he
golf
chipped
is a
in
lot.
maybe 2 or 3 times.
Chipped in for birdie on 4.
Yeah, and so like his scrambling was impressive.
It was a very unconventional way of scoring in golf.
But he finally bogeyed his maybe the first hole in 2 days or whatever.
First hole
he bogeyed
the entire weekend on the back 9.
and he bogeyed 18. And you can't tell me that Chris Gotterup birdieing 17 and 18 didn't lead into like some sort of momentum switch.
Goddard didn't just birdie 17 and 18. He birdied 5 of the last 6 holes. He went from 12 under. He bogeyed, I think, 12. And the announcer even said that, like, well, there's Goddard's chance at competing in this tournament or contending in this current tournament. And bang. And they asked him afterwards, they were like, did you feel like you lost a tournament in that when you bogeyed that hole? And he was like, I'm going to be honest, even before that, I didn't even think I had the tournament to lose because he had that great first day and was kind of struggling the rest. But I was listening to Foreplay Barstool today, and I think they said it was the 7th time in 11 years this tournament's gone to a playoff.
Which is cool. It's like a fun tournament. It is like, I would hate for it to be a major because I think the
It would get a little
like,
too snooty.
it would get snooty, and you want it to be for the people. You want people to be drinking.
Call it
You
the
want
People's
people to-
Open.
Right. Got
I've
some
got a
merch.
hat
I got
that says that.
I got this thing, a ball marker.
Is that the? Oh yeah, like the Arrowhead one we got at
Yeah. It's like a medal.
Sunridge Canyon.
Yeah, very cool.
But they also say it's like the worst tournament to go into overtime because it's always on Super Bowl Sunday. So the viewership just crashes at the end if it goes to playoff because everyone switches over. So, but no, it was. It's an
'cause
elite sports day.
They start at 4:30. The Super Bowl starts at 4:30. It's
Well,
crazy out there.
Yeah, local time in Phoenix. It was weird, but no. Speaking
Oh yeah,
of
we
that,
got this one too.
Oh yeah, nice. I wanted to get. They had a really cool coffee mug, and I was gonna get it when we went through the merch temp. And then we were like, no, we'll come back with the wives. And by the time we came back with the wives, every coffee cup was gone. So,
Yeah, we should have bought some stuff then, and they came back with our wives. The polo I really wanted may have had sizes then.
that I think that's for those that are going in the future. Then we'll get off golf talk. Definitely go. Have a great time. Lay back, walk around, do what you want.
Buy the beers.
Buy the beers.
Transfusions
If you
are
want
good.
merch, go as early as possible because
Yeah.
we went on Saturday morning and that place was almost already picked clean. So
Yeah. I would go if you want like a specific merch shirt. I would go Thursday.
or if you're from the area, go to like on Monday and
Go to a practice
Tuesday,
round.
It's free general admission, so you should go then.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Super Bowl and having a super time, we went from this high of watching our boy Chris Goddard winning to watching the most boring Super Bowl I can remember in quite some time.
I really wanted them not to score a touchdown. At one point, I was like talking out loud, and I was like, "This is going to be a game where they score 5 field goals and nothing else."
I think you
No.
said win 15-0 because it was the
Yes.
Seahawks. Like the Patriots weren't doing anything. It was
And they
12-0 with the Seahawks have it like 3rd and long in their red zone, and we were like, it
Mhm.
might happen.
And then they scored a touchdown right then.
Yeah.
So
Should I
boring.
guess outside of being boring, should we just recap if we hit any of these bets we talked about last week?
I can. My recap's really short. It
No.
wasn't tails. It was heads. I made the only bet I hit was
We both
Ramondre
took
Stevenson touchdown.
Yeah.
I had a bet in the first half that was going to be pretty cool, but by like the second quarter, there was just no possible way because nobody was gaining any yards. Each team had to score a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown
In both
in each
halves.
half. So I was looking for 8 total touchdowns. Got nowhere near that, but it was like 200 or 20,000 odds or something. So like it was going to be
Trying
awesome.
to pay for a new water heater.
Yeah, I did have to buy a new water heater when we got back.
Might
My
need to
wife
start
came back
a Ball
early.
Talk GoFundMe.
Well, if you need your water heater installed, I can do it for you now.
Free of charge.
Not free of charge, but I
They'll
got to pay for
actually
my water
buy
heater.
you the water heater and then it place it for you. That's what,
Yeah.
That's the service you
You're
get with Ball
making
Talk.
money.
I actually ended up not taking JSN Super Bowl MVP. That was one that I was going to take. Really glad I didn't. He went.
He did nothing.
Really leaned into the whole like got an A on the group project without doing anything. But I took Hunter Henry anytime touchdown. That didn't happen. Added Ramondre, like you said. I rode tails with you because I was like, we got to do it. And I think we have to go tails next year again.
You got to.
I think we have
Let me
to.
look up. When was the last time
It was tails.
Tails? Yeah.
Gatorade, I said, I didn't place this bet, but I said purple for Gatorade. It was like yellow/green, which I think was like one of the lesser odds. That and purple. So, and then the other one was a jersey number of first touchdown scorer over 10.5. We hit that. Little nervous they weren't going to score a touchdown, and that bet was going to lose somehow. But Seattle's tight end Barner got it. So
It went in 2020. It was tails. Then it went heads, tails, heads. So if that pattern holds true, next year it's heads.
you think so? We're switching to heads next year.
No. I'm not switching to heads. I'm
We
a
ain't
tail guy.
switching.
No. That's that. So I thought it'd be heads for like 4 years straight, which I'd be like, oh, I gotta bet tails, even though it has no bearing on it at all.
That's fair. I mean, like honestly, outside of that, super boring Super Bowl. Patriots might be the most forgetful participant in a Super Bowl we've seen in a while. Seahawks are very good. Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion, which I'm just going to move this around to that gives me 100% hope and a thought that Baker Mayfield
Can do it.
can and will win a Super Bowl one day.
He needs better defense. That defense down in Tampa Bay is kind of bad. And then he does have a propensity to throw interceptions, so that doesn't help.
Give or take.
But I think hats off to Seattle. They needed this championship after Oklahoma City won the finals. I know that hurt. So finally, they kind of got some get back with
Seahawks are now being put up for sale. So if we all want to pitch in,
yeah. Someone said that
Clay Bennett.
Oklahoma City.
Clay Bennett, what are you up to,
can
big
do
dog?
the funniest thing of all time and buy the Seattle Seahawks and bring them to Oklahoma City.
And then
Maybe
we'll
not
bring
even
the
bring them to
Mariners.
Oklahoma City.
Just out of
You
Seattle.
could just out of Seattle.
Watch him take him to like Durant,
Austin.
or like a random Oklahoma town.
Tulsa.
Like just really, Tulsa can have
The Tulsa Seahawks.
yeah
The Tulsa Tornadoes.
the Tulsa Scissortail Flycatchers. We're
I
leaning
don't
into
know about
birds.
that. Also, I feel bad for Vikings fans having given away the quarterback that like led their team to a lot of success last year. They said,
14
"Nah, we're
win regular
good,"
season last year, and they let him.
and
walk.
then he won the Super Bowl, and yet JJ McCarthy be a bum all year. So shouts out to Seahawks fans as well as Vikings fans. We know you need it.
yeah. all in all, boring Super Bowl. And that's going to wrap up Super Bowl talk because that's all I care to talk about it, honestly. Let's roll into, obviously, we're going to talk Thunder. Since we last talked, we had the NBA trade deadline. The big acquisition, which honestly we did not see coming, was Ousmane Dieng being traded to the Charlotte Hornets and then flipped to the Chicago Bulls and then flipped to the Milwaukee Bucks.
He'll be back in Paycom. I hope he
night.
gets a start. I hope he gets a start this Thursday for your birthday.
Ooh.
You should wear your Oos jersey.
I don't have an Oos jersey.
That's a mistake. You have a Poku jersey, but not an Oos jersey.
I could get an Oos jersey real easy right now. Real easy. No.
Yeah.
That's sarcastic. We knew that was coming. We didn't know he was going to get traded basically 3 times in one day. But the biggest surprise.
It was funny that he got traded. We were like you were about to talk about. I'm sorry, I got a lot of burp. That the Oklahoma City was trading for Jared McCain, right? And then all of a sudden there was a tweet that the Chicago Bulls are trading for Ousmane Dieng, and I was like, he's on the Thunder.
Can you do that?
Yeah. He's on the Thunder.
Yeah.
So, but what were you going to say?
Well, the Thunder, as Chris said, traded for Jared McCain, who was the 16th overall pick in last year's draft, was playing, honestly, like phenomenal basketball for a rookie last year until he played like 20-plus games, tore his meniscus in his knee.
Who's the favorite for a rookie of the year?
Yeah, shooting it really well. He shot 38% from 3. And then he got back in training camp. I think he like tore it's not the UCL, but something in the ligament in your thumb.
His shooting hand.
Yeah. We love guys in Oklahoma with thumb and wrist issues. Shout out Dr. Shin. I can't tell if you're a fraud or not yet.
Who did his surgery? Did Dr. Shin do his surgery?
I don't know, but that's something we do need to find out.
I'm looking right now.
With how he's been playing, I don't think he did because he's shooting it decent since he's been in Oklahoma City. But the Thunder traded away a first-round pick this year, which will be Houston's first-round pick, which should be like mid-ish 20s, which not a huge value. And I think 2 second-round picks for Mr. McCain. I personally love this deal. One, it provides a shooter around Shea. Everyone's talked about how Shea's most efficient and best lineups in terms of like plus minus or net rating is with Isaiah Joe on the court next to him, which provides a lot
former
of spacing.
Sixer.
Yeah, former sharpshooter Sixer. I'm sensing a trend. But you add McCain to this, you have 2 shooters next to Shea when he comes back. That is it's exciting. I mean, like our buddy Breek, I texted him in a group chat earlier this week that I said the idea alone of SGA out there with Joe and McCain was worth double the trade package that we gave up for McCain. And he texted me, this was last night during the Lakers game. And then he texted me about an hour ago saying, I've been thinking about this all day. Just read that McCain and Joe last night in LA, 13 minutes. Do you know what their net rating was with the 2 of them on the court?
Plus 24.
Plus 61.5.
They were part of that. Them and Caruso that made that big run in the second that got us up like 12 or 14 points. Obviously, that kind of faltered, but I mean, it's really fun to have good shooting out there. He's not the best defender, and they were hunting him. They had Marcus Smart go at him a lot, which I thought was a weird choice just in general.
I was more shocked it was Marcus Smart that they were telling him to go at.
Right.
They should go at McCain.
Right. And not because he's a terrible defender. Maybe he's not the best defender, but when your choices are him, Alex Caruso, or Cason Wallace, you choose Jared McCain. And so I thought he held up pretty well.
Somewhat limited athletically, which is one
size-wise.
I mean, he's 6'3", 195. Like, he's very high basketball IQ, which combats a lot of issues just being in the right spot. But in terms
creative.
of like Dort's just a physical freak. Kayson's a physical freak. I mean, I think Alex Caruso's more athletic than Jared McCain.
Oh yeah, he's got pop. Alex Caruso's got pop. So like he's also 6'5", so he has a little longer reach and stuff like that. So but that's all to say. I feel okay with him in those lineups with the style of defense that Thunder play to be able to get stops and not be a turnstile like Reed Shepherd.
You have enough competent defenders around him, scaling from best defender in the league to like the 3rd and 5th best defenders in the league that you can surround him with, plus Chet or Hartenstein at the rim, that as long as he like puts in effort, does the right things, is in the right spot, you can work with that easily with what he could provide on the offensive side. You know, he was 2 of 6 in his first game against Houston. He's a plus 12 in the plus minus. And then last night he was 3 of 6. I don't know how much he's going to play this year when we're fully healthy. I definitely think he'll get some run. Like he's been coming back from this injury. 76ers fans have kind of said that like it's kind of shocking they traded him because he was kind of getting back into the swing of things over the last couple weeks. He had been playing great since he came back, but he had been shooting it decently in January. But we just have so many, like, it's basically, we didn't play Us hardly at all outside of like when guys were out or foul trouble or whatever. You replaced Us with Jared McCain in terms of where he fits in the roster.
Right.
Which is a huge step up outside of, he has to take a huge step up to reach the height of Ousmane Dieng. But in terms of talent and fit, loves TikTok. He paints his nails. He's going to fit in great with this team. We still have 2 first-round picks at least in this upcoming draft. And so
you weren't going to get as good of a player for whatever the Houston Rockets pick is going to be.
Say at 24, 25.
You're not going to get as good of a player there as you are as kind of a proven guy in Jared McCain.
More proven
offensively.
More proven than you'd find. And not only that, you get 2 more. He's on a first round deal, so it's a 5-year deal it's a 4+1 technically. And I think it's technically even a 3+1+1 in terms of 3 guaranteed years and then team options 4 and 5. And all that to say, the greatest thing that happens in this is if he's even somewhat competent as this team gets more expensive, you take that salary. Like that was the main thing with all these picks. You're seeing Sam's idea kind of come to fruition where you're not actually making these picks.
Right.
You're trading for guys on salaries that fill the roster around these expensive all-stars. And McCain's the first instance where we've seen him really cash in.
Which is great. And he's also he made other moves too to get the drafting rights for some player over in Europe. Like he's doing creative things.
He's pulling strings.
He's pulling all the strings to make this team affordable long term.
Yeah.
Which is awesome to see.
Like Jared McCain being 21, I think he's already for a 21-year-old, he's like the 4th youngest player on the team, which is crazy that he's not first or second. But it's a super exciting acquisition, one that you're not really used to Presti doing. I think he'll do better than this guy right here.
Oh, Harden. A little Gordy shout out.
Aren't watching the video. I have an autographed picture of Gordon Hayward selling for $4 if anyone wants it.
I thought we gave that to Uncle Matt as a gift.
Forgot to. It was going to be Christmas, but it's mine now. Sorry, Matt. But it's exciting.
I do want to interrupt you really quick.
Yeah.
So the person who did Jared McCain's surgery was Dr. Michelle Carlson.
Out of where?
I'm not sure. And it was a UCL. So you were right. I'm giving you your props. Yeah. Let me see. Special surgery. I'm not sure where she is. I can look it up pretty quickly.
Regardless, if this goes well, we might be taking our business elsewhere in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's true.
But the other news outside of the trade deadline, I don't want to get
she's
too
in
much.
New York.
That makes sense. He's on the East Coast. But the other news that I want to talk about outside of, Harden got moved to the Cavaliers. You had Jaren Jackson Jr. go from Memphis to Utah. Outside of that, nothing crazy. Boston got a center from Chicago, Nikola Vucevic, which I think is a pretty big acquisition for them. And I actually would now put them as the favorites to come out of the East again. Tatum's practicing 5-on-5 in the G League now, so we'll see if he comes back. But they now have a big. It's either going to be them or Detroit. But there wasn't any like Giannis didn't get traded. You kind of mentioned before it was kind of boring. It's like the NBA is always fun because there's all these like second or third tier stars that get traded, and the next team thinks that they got like the A tier star and it's flipped their season around when really like they either stay the same or get worse. We'll see what happens with Utah. They're really tanking. We have their pick this year, top 8 protected. So if it falls 9 or later, the Thunder would then have an additional first round pick. But the Jazz, the last couple games, have sat their entire starting lineup in the fourth quarter. And still won last night against Miami.
And Will Hardy came out and said, someone asked him, Will Hardy is the coach of the Utah Jazz. He was asked in his press conference, was there a point where you thought about bringing in Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr.? And he was like, nope, there wasn't.
There wasn't. It's like.
And the Thunder are being, they're being, I can't even say the word, for sitting players.
The Spurs game last week because it was on.
And the Lakers, if the Lakers aren't investigated tonight, after tonight, when they sat Austin Reeves, Luka, and Ayton
LeBron.
and LeBron
Here's
for
the
this
kicker. with that.
It's not on national TV.
And only because of the Olympics, because that broadcast is on the Olympics tonight. It usually would be NBA, but because it's not a primetime nationally televised game, the same rules don't apply.
Ridiculous.
So, yeah. And we did all that and had the Spurs only up 4 in the fourth quarter of that. Like, it was a fun game to watch.
Had them on the rails.
Yeah. The Spurs.
And I'm sure the Lakers are going to get blown out.
Yeah. But outside of that, the other big news, it's nothing like crazy in terms of stats or anything. Oklahoma City Thunder guard Nikola Topic made his G League debut last night for the Oklahoma City Blue after a year of battling an ACL injury out of the draft, playing Summer League, playing a few preseason games, and then finding out he has testicular cancer, undergoing chemo. He's now obviously free to begin and do basketball activity. He had like 6 or 7 assists last night. Like, they said that he technically had an assist before he even played a minute of NBA action, because he checked in and was the baseline out of bounds and passed it into a guy who immediately scored. So like his first thing ever in an NBA official, well, not NBA, but like G League or whatever, was an assist. So that's someone that you also throw into it. If you had to pick between McCain and Topic, who you think might contribute a little bit this playoffs, I would put all my eggs in McCain's.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if we see Topic in the NBA. Like,
I could
play.
see if we, I don't think he's like a playoff guy, but like if
Mop
we
up
have
duty,
seeding
maybe.
wrapped up, like last year, like there was a couple games where like J Will got 2 triple doubles at the end of the year, like those.
What?
Kind of
Those are some of my favorite games.
That's when I knew we were winning the championship, because our third string big is a triple double machine, and it also made me realize
Look how easy it is, Jokic.
Jokic. What's the big deal, big dog?
What's the big deal, big guy? Big dog.
But no, I just wanted to point that out because it's cool. It's obviously great news to see him strong enough and tackle that battle that he had to take. And everyone in the organization that I've heard through reports and stuff like that is that out of all the guys that are on the team, he might be the most liked, the most respected, because he's never complained, always put his head down. I mean,
yeah,
he's going to be really easy to root for in the years to come. And I hope that he's a Thunder player and a successful Thunder player for a long time. So,
yeah. And he looks healthy. Like, to my eyes, he looks like he's gained some weight, which is impressive when you go through chemotherapy or cancer treatment. To be able to gain weight, what looks like gain weight. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe he's always looked like that. But it's such an impressive story for him to start playing basketball. I hope we do see him on the Thunder court this year, not just the Blue.
I think we will in some capacity. I'm not saying it'll be much, but I think he will make his NBA debut this
Cowboy.
year. Yeah. But yeah, with that, since we talked the day that McCain was announced traded to Oklahoma City, literally the next tweet basically was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's going to miss the rest of this side of the All-Star break with an abdominal strain. And I tweeted it out during, but this is why I don't have apps, because I don't have to deal with this kind of thing, which I thought was a good joke.
Good
joke.
Smart.
Really not that big of a joke. And every joke.
Well, I mean, you technically still have abdominal muscles.
Do I though?
Yes.
I don't know
or
about that.
I will have to ask my wife, but I think you would just kind of like your stomach would just kind of like fall over. You just
kind of does. It does just
like
kind of
that.
fall over my waist.
Like a wilting plant. So I don't know.
Self-deprecating humor. Where would I be without it? But since that happened, Shai being out, you lose to San Antonio in a close game. You lose to Houston in a close game. The San Antonio game, like you said, we sat everybody. We played, I think we had 8 guys available, including the two-way guys. That was Chris Youngblood's last option, last game with the Thunder, which is why McCain is now number 3.
And we signed Buddy Boeheim.
And I don't know if you saw this, but his two-way contract is for 2 years. So, he's locked in for this year and next year with the Thunder as a two-way player.
Wow. Shout out Jim Boeheim. We need to run some zone.
I don't hate it. Or he was like, or they brought him in to be like, hey, we suck against the zone. How do you attack this?
Yes, that's true.
I think we cracked the code.
But then you go and beat the Los Angeles Lakers with J-Dub coming back.
It did. Like a big win.
And they sat Luka, but you sat Shai.
Well, they didn't sit Luka. Luka has a hamstring strain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why he missed.
Interesting. So, but it sucks that Shai, AJ Mitchell, they're going to miss All-Star weekend. But it is nice that he has like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to really like
We talked
get
about
healthy.
it. I've talked to everyone that kind of follows the Thunder. I honestly kind of love that this happened. I mean, like Shea, like you would look at him. I felt like he was always like pulling at his finger recently. He's rolled his ankle a few times. Like he's been battling a lot. And then also carrying this team to the best record in the NBA without a lot of the other guys around him. And so regardless of like seeding, which we can give a little update of that.
It's 4-7. We have a 4-game lead over the San Antonio Spurs and a 7-game lead over the Nuggets, who have lost like 3 of the last 4.
5-5 in their last 10. Like blew it last night in Cleveland. Blew it.
Yeah. And then lost in overtime to somebody.
The Knicks. They lost in
Knicks.
double overtime to the Knicks last weekend.
Oh yeah, because they only got to double overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they fouled. Or yeah,
the Knicks fouled.
Josh Hart or somebody fouled the guy.
The Knicks should have won
underneath.
Regulation.
Yes.
On a
No,
box.
at least in second undertime.
It was
Second
Michael
over.
Bridges boxing out someone, and they called it a foul. While the
Yeah,
clock ran.
Christian Braun.
But you come back, like you said, beat the Lakers in a game that Dub returned, which felt massive because I think everyone anticipated him staying out through the All-Star break. But I don't think he shot just great. Like, obviously, he hadn't played in 3 weeks. Plus, we were already worried about a shot before. But he kind of like went like stereotypical Dub in the fourth quarter. And took over. That was always kind of what he did, him and Chet, to start that fourth quarter the last couple of years. But he got asked after the game about his wrist, because if you saw it during the game, at one point he was kind of pulling at it like he hurt it again. But he said, it feels great. This is from Brandon Rabar on Twitter. He says, it feels great. 3 weeks was actually great for me. That was the first time I shot like that since April 8th of last year, which I think was the game before he hurt his wrist. So that was really dope. My hand feels good. I honestly just got jammed up with Ayton. That was kind of it. It went away right after I missed the free throw, unfortunately. It's honestly the best it's been since then. A lot of reps I was able to get while I was out have really helped out a lot. So a lot of like silver linings coming out of like the current setup for the Thunder, with Dub missing the time. Hamstrings are tricky. You never know how people are going to come back from them, how long they take. But him coming back out, he played a reduced minutes restriction last night, but scale him up. And then the timing of Shea missing 5 games, basically getting off 3 weeks of just kind of like rest and rehabilitation. You have a big enough lead. One, I think the volatility of the teams behind you allows you a little bit of a gap bigger than it looks, because I do trust when Shea and these guys come back that you do go and run off 8, 9, 10 straight once or twice the rest of the year. And Spurs are still the Spurs. Nuggets aren't playing great. Rockets 7.5 back. They're playing the Clippers right now. Big Rockets fans tonight. And we can get into like the Clipper stuff and draft stuff later, because the Harden deal obviously
helps out. They also sent their center
Zubac,
somewhere.
who's a great center, to Indiana. That is again another one of those like third tier players that, like, I think that's a great trade for Indiana when Halliburton comes back, because they lost Turner, and there's some weird like that pick is protected 1 through 4 and 10 through 30. So it only goes to the Clippers if it's 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's so crazy.
So there's incentive. Just kind of getting into this. The Clippers pick to us is unprotected.
Right.
They technically, the best thing for them is to technically give us as high a pick as possible to push the Pacers out of the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're incentivized to lose, not for their pick, which is kind of weird.
First
and crazy.
time in NBA history.
So everyone definitely needs to be cheering for the Clippers to
Whoever,
suck.
yes.
I keep on waiting for the other shoe to drop on some of the Kawhi stuff, but
maybe that's why James Harden asked out, because he knows Kawhi is going to get suspended.
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
Post All-Star game, because they're not going to do it with the All-Star break in LA. Like, they're going to let that happen, I think. And like, they're not going to announce it, then Kawhi's out for his home All-Star game.
But he's not an All-Star, is he?
He replaced, well, no. He wasn't even a replacement. There was uneven number of players for World versus USA.
Uh-huh.
And so he got added to one of the USA teams before even the injuries happened.
Oh, okay.
So he's an all-star. But another great, I love the NBA trade deadline because it's like more dramatic than ever. I mean, we're a year since the Luka trade and stuff like that. So it's a good time. We're going to rank eventually. There's expansion talk, but there's talking about adding 2 teams in the coming years. And you can only keep technically 8 players if they do it how they did the last time there was expansion. Presti has hinted that they're probably going to change the rules in that. But even if they don't, just so those know, and we'll get into our like drafted players probably in the next week or 2. But you can only have one player selected in the expansion draft. So even though you can only protect 8 players, if someone picks a player from your team, the rest of your players for both teams are not available.
So essentially every team's going to lose one player.
Yeah, especially with 2 teams. We'll see. And there's like ways you can get around that of like, hey, if you don't pick our guy, we'll trade you picks or something. Which is another reason why Presti's treasure chest is more valuable than even some might realize, which is saying.
Right.
So, but yeah, Thunder up. It's you got at Phoenix tomorrow, home against the Bucks on Thursday night, and then you're right into the All-Star break. Chet will be there representing the team. He's also participating in like the star shootout or something on Saturday night, which is like that team event. He's with Rip Hamilton and one other guy. I can't remember who. But there'll still be some Thunder flair even without Shea and Dub and the coaching staff like last year. There'll be something dramatic. We'll figure out how much we hate the new All-Star format. But yeah,
probably like every year.
And then it's full steam ahead into trying to really defend this title. It'll stop going from like we're the NBA champs, the defending NBA champs, to how do we figure out how to truly defend this title. So it's about to get to the fun time of the basketball season with the Super Bowl over, baseball starting, pitchers and catchers reported today. It's a great time of year.
Great time of year.
But with that, we're going to head out. Appreciate everybody for listening, and we'll talk to you again next week. See ya.
See ya.
All night.